What's going on? What's happening? Y'all know what time it is, man. We are back for another episode of the My Truth Podcast Show. And today, we got a brother from the city, from the mud, from the Midwest, a kid from the Midwest. He dropped a shoe one time with Adidas, and he from right here, from Toledo, Ohio, right? And November 12th, right? Adidas called him and said, you know what? We seen them numbers on that Confirm app. That wasn't regular. So we need you to drop another one. And guess what he doing? He dropped another one. And it's our second time sitting down. I'd like to welcome my brother from another man, Mr. Darryl Brown, DB, as I call him. Mr. Gnarly himself. What's happening, brother? I appreciate you coming through, man.
What's good with you? Thanks for having me.
How you doing, man? How you feeling, man?
I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed.
So let's get straight into it. November 12th, man, you got the part 2 dropping. How does it feel to have your own shoe coming back out again?
Oh, it's a blessing, man. It's a dream come true in every essence of the word. You know what I mean? I know we live in a time now where people just like throw words around where they kind of don't mean anything.
Yeah.
So when I say it's a dream come true, it's a real dream come true. I can't even kind of like put it into words, you know, growing up as a kid from Toledo, Ohio.
Yeah.
And to be on my second shoe is like most professional athletes don't even get a shoe.
At all. Or got a shoe and niggas don't wear it.
Yeah. Or even have the opportunity to even get a shoe. You know what I mean? So to be able to have 2 shoes with the legendary, you know, iconic company like Adidas is like fire, and it's like off my brain. You know what I mean? It's like it's crazy. It kind of feel like I'll be telling like people like, man, it feel unreal, and they'd be like, no, but it is real. You know?
That there, because when I came here, it's like it don't. I don't know if I was telling B when we was on our way over here. I remember we used to be in class drawing shoes. Like, nigga, look at my shoes.
Yeah.
But they look like some mics or something like that. But we used to draw our own shoes and be like, man, these my shoes. These my shoes. Yeah. I remember I only could afford, mom and daddy could only afford 2 pair of shoes. And, you know, so seeing you with that, man, that's just so motivating and so dope. And I just want to I'm going to keep saluting you through the whole interview. So just be ready.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
So I'm going to keep saluting you with that. So how did it come about, the thing with Adidas? Like, how did the first shoe come about?
It really was all God and timing. You know, I was been fortunate enough to build a relationship with Adidas like over the years through like working and different things like that, working on different projects and being involved in working with different people that. Mm-hmm. You know, that they were associated with, just kind of like, for lack of better words, just being in the ethos of Adidas already. And then it was like a specific time I was like at the office in L.A. visiting for something else, and while I was there, they gave me a chance to, which is normal, like when you go to the office to visit, you know, they like show love and they let you go through like the goodie room, you know, where all the go get a couple pair of shoes. So they giving you
free shit?
Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, go get you a pair of shoes and this, that, and the third. So, being that I kind of was already, like, in the Adidas world already, I kind of, like, browsed through the room real quick because I seen everything. Not saying I wasn't appreciative of the opportunity, but it was just I had seen everything already, you know what I mean, because I had been around them. But I had seen, like, a pair of forums. There was, like, a pair of blue and white forums. It kind of reminded me of, like, an Air Force One, you know what I mean? Later finding out that the forum was made first, and then Air Force One, Nike created the Air Force One as, like, a rival for the forum. You know what I mean?
Man, what?
That's why they kind of, like, similar. You got the high, the low, the super high.
I never paid attention
just
to
like,
that.
Just like Air Force One or whatever. And that was the shoe that Michael Jordan was in love with and used to ball in, and he was originally going to sign with Adidas and wear and stuff like that. But anyways, not to go off track. So, yeah, I go through this room, and I come out with only like a pair of forums. I fall in love with them. I'm thinking it's just like a shoe that's like a part of Adidas Originals already, where I can just go. I even made a comment like, yeah, when I get home, I'm about to just jump online and order all the other colors.
Yeah.
And when I get home, I couldn't find it anywhere on Adidas website. So when I would see different people from Adidas, I would be kind of like, like talking shit a little bit, like, well, not like in a negative way, but just like, making fun, like, man, I need to get that forum back. Like, that's flavor right there. Like, that's classic. Like,
yeah,
I like shoes that, like, back in the day when I was growing up, it was like athletes, you wanted the shoe. Yeah, you were excited to get the shoe because that particular athlete was wearing it, but you knew that was going to be fresh for you off the court. You was buying a shoe like, yo, it's going to look good with my jeans.
You can wear it to church,
it's gonna
school.
Look good. Yeah, and in today's world, we're in like such a forward, everything is like forward. To me, my personal opinion, shoes don't really come across like that. They look real more performance-y. They look more like basketball shoes or like, you know what I mean, something like that. So that forum just brought back that nostalgia feeling of feeling like, man, like that's what Adidas need to be having, stuff like that. You can like get fly with it, like kind of like how New Balance and Nike like retro a lot of their shoes, but you can get fly with it. You can instantly like you can see yourself like working out or like on the court with it, but then you also can see it fit in your head. Like, yeah, I'm putting that on with it. So that was like my approach. So when Adidas, fast forward, Adidas like decided to revamp the whole entire forum program. That's why you see like forums everywhere now and in different colors and stuff like that. And I was blessed with the opportunity. They reached out to me just before All-Star 2020 and was like, hey, it was probably like 3 months before COVID hit. They reached out to me and was like, hey, we're about to bring the forum program back. We want to work with like a group of different creatives to, offer them like, collaborative deals and partnerships and stuff like that. And we put like a list. We had like a bunch of different people around the office put a list together who they think we should work with. And your name was a commonality on different people's lists. Like, we should work with him.
That's dope.
So that felt amazing. So, it was, to me, it was just overall, it was God. That's the best way I can put it. It's a beautiful story for sure, because the journey makes the story better. But overall, I know it was nothing but God.
Was this like, so like, how did you, okay, the morning come, confirm app drop, and you just see the city going. Just not the city, everywhere. It's like this went crazy. How was that feeling when you seen that?
Unreal. It's like, it's unreal. It's like it's happening. Like, wow. Like, it's really out there. Like, that's Adidas. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm still a fan of all this, too. Like, I'm aware.
Because your fashion game, we're going to get into that. Your fashion, like, mind state and your thinking is, like, crazy for real.
Try to sometimes, a little bit. Try to,
No, bro. Your vision, any young entrepreneur, young cat, man, my little brother do the Hard Times clothing. I think he looks into Kayvon.
Am I saying that right? I don't want to. If he watches this, I'm sorry. I didn't want to mess your name up, bro. That's the homie though. That's
man. Listen, bro. I
rock with him.
He's one of the people like. It kind of remind me of you a little bit, like The Drive. I just watching, like,
it's a bunch of them, like him, my guy that got the Dreamers brand.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like my guy that got the. Dang, I'm like drawing a blank right now. I don't want to mess up.
I know how it is, man.
Ty, my boy Ty with Ritter Ty, my boy Ty.
With
Ritter. Then my guy with the Dreamers brand is Jacob.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Paul King's son, Jacob King, Paul King, that used to run on the Blueprint.
That's his son?
Yep. And then
I like Paul
Kayvon with the Hard Times. And there's some other brands out there too, like that little homie that got the brand like Trendy. And like, I be paying attention. Like, I ain't no hater. Like, I may not like, speak on everything or be like,
You never been he can't call you a hater. You never been a hater. You always like.
Yeah, like I'm just saying because I just be like chilling. So sometimes sometimes you ain't even got to say nothing. Silence. Sometimes people feel like you being a hater. Your silence. People like, oh yeah.
Tell me, nigga.
You get what I'm saying? It's like you could be silent on something, and a person like, yeah, they hating because they ain't saying nothing. I feel like they should be blah blah blah. You know they hating. It's like, dang, but I'm paying attention to all that because I appreciate it because I remember a time when I was 19, 18, 17, 20 years old here in Toledo, growing up, developing my pause and figuring out what direction I want to do in life, and got introduced to fashion and started doing my thing. It was absolutely no outlets.
Nah.
It was like no outlets to the point that people thought I was like weird, and I embraced it. I remember I even had like Mr. Weird tattooed on my hand because I stood out like a sore thumb. So fast forward to be now in the present day, looking up where I see like everybody like starting brands, everybody being like super creative and just expressing themselves and feeling free and I feel like in so many ways like I'm like a pioneer of that. So I'm happy when I see that type of stuff, and it breeds validity into what I'm doing when I'm moving around here in the world and I'm out here representing the crib and speaking highly of where I come from. It's nice to be like, oh yeah, because it's this person from home and that person from home and this person that. So I don't just seem like a unicorn. You know what I mean? Something that just felt so rare.
I think some people, like, when we deal with that, like you said, with the silence, and people will be like, well, he ain't did it. First of all, you never talk to a person you shouldn't judge. I learned that at a young age. Yeah. I was one of the people that judge without reading the book. And for two, we got to understand that we got to let these people that's from our city, that's ahead of us, let them get in position and pull. We can't kick them before they get in the position. You know what I'm saying? I always see it. And I always see you, and I want to shout out, I always see you bringing some kids up or doing something or giving back to, like, which I did at, what you and Gotti did at the park.
That was Gotti.
That was Gotti.
Yeah, yep.
Well, shit. That's kind of weird. Y'all ever get, like, I know y'all boys, but y'all get tired of getting mixed up together?
I mean, I'm kind of just, like, used to it now because people, it just kind of, like, come with the territory. You run with different people in a group.
Yeah.
Over time, from a distance, people can't really tell, like, what's what or who is who. They just kind of think it's all the same. It's just normal. I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm used to it at this point.
I'm just now getting used to it because somebody see me and be like, hey, where your boy at? I'm like, who? B Visions. I said, nigga, dude, like I carry a camera. Like, what the fuck is you? And it's just like, I'm just used to it now. Like, a nigga asked me, like, man, ask him when the video coming. Nigga, I don't know. Nigga, like, I don't, that's just, it's kind of dope, man, because, man, not to get off subject, I just want to bring this up. That's how gangbanging started, man. Niggas, a lot of niggas wouldn't get jumped in. Niggas were just affiliated, but it's dope now that you're getting affiliated with, you know what I'm saying, money and entrepreneurship now. That's the dope part about it.
It's all about just collaborating and working together. It's like, we was put here for a reason to work together. I'm a big fan of, like, Wu-Tang, the RZA. That's like I studied. I used to work for them.
Hold on. What's your favorite Wu-Tang album? Not to cut you off, what's your favorite Wu-Tang album? It can be solo. It ain't got to be the group. I got a favorite album. I got to hear yours.
Wu-Tang Clan forever. Because that's kind of like.
That's what Triumph on there?
Yeah, but it ain't too many albums that, like. It ain't too many albums where they are all on the same album. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And all working together because they're such a dynamic, like, group and stuff like that. But, yeah, I had to go with that one. What about you?
36
Chambers.
36 Chambers, but that's a given. So, if I didn't have to...
I mean, the Purple Tape, it's just so Bill for Cuban links.
Iron Man.
Yeah, it's like...
Ghostface.
Method Man, like, you really can't really... That's just like such a beautiful thing. I just really
that tree is nasty.
I really just love what they built. And
tell me about your relationship with them.
So when I lived in New York for about 10 years, and when I was living there, I worked for a company called Rocksmith. Remember, that's what I started with. Rocksmith had the whole city, whole Midwest wearing Rocksmith. There was a streetwear brand that was based in New York, but they also had the licensing they had the license to Wu-Tang. So they were producing Wu-Wear for Power. Oliver Grant, you know, Power is one of the co-creators of Wu-Tang, one of the executive producers and stuff like that.
Oh, that's dope.
And he, Power is for people that want to have put a facial reference with him from the movie Belly. Knowledge. Knowledge that was in Nebraska, had this girl that was the cop.
Yeah.
That's Power.
That's him?
Like him, the person. You notice in the movie Belly, it was like a lot of characters from Wu-Tang in it.
Yeah. Damn, that's crazy.
When you think about it, you get what I'm saying? And that's Power. And he really act like that. He was being himself. Like he really talked like that.
He can't get.
He really
he
talked
did my
like,
nigga DMX and them dirty, man. He threw one of the busts.
Man,
but damn, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
no,
so
I know him. No, I am not calling him a rat. Don't take this wrong. I'm not calling him a rat.
So I had a chance to, you know, from us having the license and designing their clothes and marketing their brand and stuff like that, I had the time to like spend a lot of time with Power and be around Power. And he's still one of my good friends to this day. But I think it was like one time they had like a concert in Brooklyn at the Barclays, and I went and we had like backstage patches. I got to meet every last member from the Wu except for ODB, God rest his soul.
Rest his soul.
Yeah, yep. So that was like just a major full circle moment because so much of my foundation and my beliefs is how I'm moving. You know how people are like, yo, I'm inspired by Rockefeller or this or that. It's like I'm heavily inspired by Wu-Tang and like how I move in my situation.
Do you see yourself getting into the movies, the acting, or anything like that? It ain't gotta be acting. It could be just styling for the movies or the shows or anything like that.
I mean, I've learned that you just never know. Anything is possible. You know what I'm saying? Never say never. If God naturally takes me there on my journey and you look up and see I'm doing something with film or production in that aspect, visual production and stuff like that, then so be it. But, yeah, I'm just kind of like, I'm just building, bro. I'm just building right now.
Man, you fucked me up, bro. I'm still over here thinking about the dude. Hold on, explain this to me. The dude that played Knowledge in Belly.
Yeah. Knowledge, boom, what's the science? And you sit on the couch like, yo.
He is the plug to the Rocksmith thing.
He what?
Was he the plug for the Rocksmith movement thing?
What do you mean?
Like, was he the dude that, like you said, that's who you met through the Wu-Tang. Like, did he have anything to do with Rocksmith?
Nuh-uh. He had nothing to do with
That's who you met through the Wu-Tang stuff.
That's how I met through Wu-Ang.
Okay. I had to get that right.
Yep.
Because I'm going to go brag about this in the barbershop. Like, y'all bet y'all didn't know this. You know what I'm saying?
No. Rocksmith was owned by two guys, Kenshin Ichikawa, he's Japanese, and then Eric Marino, he's from...
They sound like they got a lot of money.
They doing well for themselves to be two streetwear dudes, like two streetwear dudes that had a dream and started a brand together. They doing all right for themselves for sure. They not tripping.
So it was like outside of your shoe, what was your favorite Adidas shoe? Growing up.
Honestly, growing up, I never ever wore Adidas. I had some Kobe 8s one time. More than that, I never wore Adidas. Like every now and then, like you get like some shell toes.
That's what I wanted to hear.
You get what I'm saying? Like that's that classic, Run DMC classic, because Adidas is heavy in the Midwest, especially like us being so close to Detroit. Detroit has a real heavy Adidas culture, and then just growing up, like all the D-boys and stuff wore the Adidas. Like my mom used to stay dripping in the tracksuits with her gold Gucci link chains and stuff like that. So every now and then you'll have like the token shell toes, but my first real memorable moment was like I had some all black Kobe 8s.
Yeah. Like
literally that was like my first pair. And then after that, I never wore Adidas except for I used to wear all the Adidas skate brand, like the skateboard styles. I was into them. That was fly. Like when I lived in New York, I collected all the different, like, I was going on like all the skateboard shops buying like my Adidas because the styles and stuff was fire. They reminded me of like, they looked premium. They looked expensive. Like if you've seen Adidas, they look like, oh, okay, yeah, them kind of them fly. That was like my thing. And then yeah, that was like my intro to Adidas, like on my timeline that I can remember vividly.
Another thing I want to get into is people see the shoes. I mean, this is, you don't toot your own horn. I'm to pause. I'm toot it for you. Nigga, you be around a lot of people. Like, we see you at the games. We see you in New York. Jet. I think I see you in Jet. I ain't for sure. I might be Cap. I don't know. But some people will be like, why here? Why still be here? Because we hear, man, your hometown hate you so much, or your hometown do this. You shouldn't do this out of here. You should be this place. Why here? I know why, but just explain to somebody who doesn't understand your vision of why here. Why have an office here? Why do your business here?
For me, it's all about point of view.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like POV is like everything. You know what I mean? A lot of the people that ask me why is because they're not operating from my point of view. You know what I mean? I lived in New York for 10 years. I lived in Los Angeles for like 4.5 years. I lived in Chicago for like 4.5, 5 months. I lived in Berlin for like a month and a half, 2 months. I've been blessed to travel all over the world, all over Europe, Japan, all over the United States. And at the end of the day, it's going to sound cliche, but there's no place like home, because when I would be traveling to all them places, I would be saying to myself, like, wow, like if people back home could see this, you know what I mean? If different if the younger generation could see this, like, you get what I'm saying? Imagine the impact that they would have, you know, it would have on their life, you know. And then on top of that too, I'm like I'm at a different point in my life too, where it's like I miss my family, you know. I miss being around my mother, you know what I mean? I miss being around my father and like being in their lives, like seeing them on a regular basis and having impromptu, unplanned meetings and conversations, and just being around my siblings. I got 3 other brothers and a little sister, like being around them and stuff like that.
You the oldest, right?
Yep, I'm the oldest. Okay. Yep, and then being home too, you know, that provided me like with a sense of balance, you know. But my main thing for coming home was impact. I'm trying to build legacy at the same time that I'm building my career and still building my brand and stuff like that. I felt like it was pivotal.
I know what you're saying. We know I got the same problem.
It's a pivotal moment for me. It was meant for me to, you know, kind of like share my platforms with other creatives, other photographers, other designers, things like that. Like, you know, share my outlet. You know, like I said, when I lived here, when I moved away because there wasn't no outlets. Like if I would have had a me running around, I would have been like stuck to me like glue. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's so much knowledge and so many things that I can share, and at the same time work with different people. Like my team now and a lot of the people I work with now is from the Midwest, is from Toledo, Ohio, is from the Midwest. I tell Midwest stories. So much of my approach to design and just my inspiration is from the Midwest, so it actually helped me. It put me back right in my natural element. You get what I'm saying? It's like, and then it's like, you know, on the flip side, it is like people negatives, you know, like how they say don't move back home and things like that. But like I said, it's like a different POV. Like I'm here, but I'm not. I think it's all about what
you're always moving. Yeah,
I think it's all about what you associate yourself with. I'm still jumping on the plane. I'm still, you know, moving around and things like that. It's just like I'm just not putting myself in certain environments or certain situations or around certain things. I tell people like I just live here. I'm no different than ProMedica. Like, you get what I'm saying? I'm just here.
That's tough.
I'm just here doing my thing. Like, you get what I mean? But I'm not like caught up in the I don't like the word local, but I'm not caught up in like the regular, all of that stuff. I'm operating just like the people that run Toledo Art Museum, just like the people like ProMedica, just like the Andersons, just stuff like that. That's how I'm looking at it. Like, okay, Darryl Brown, that got the brand Midwest Kids and his namesake brand, Darryl Brown. He has a business downtown. Hopefully you look up this building that we in. It's like full of employees. It's a whole campus. It's a whole environment that's set up. Hopefully you look up 5-10 years from now and it's a new building and it's bigger with more floors and more people running around and just, you know, being able to set up shop like Chrysler, just like Willie's over there, how the dream and vision he had for his family now. It's a Jeep and it's a whole factory and all the other type of stuff. I got that same vision and same belief. That's where I'm headed. I'm building legacy, and then in the process of achieving my dreams, I feel like I can use people from my background, from my hometown, from my region, the Midwest, to help me fulfill my dreams and at the same time fulfill some of their dreams along the way by giving them opportunity and outlet.
That is dope, man. And before I forget, I pull up to the building and I look on the side of the building, just Midwest Kids. Got the shoe.
Yeah.
The first shoe.
Yeah.
And I gotta think like, man, this brother need his flowers. So I wanna give you your flowers and tell you, you inspired me. Like I was telling him, I'm walking up these stairs, man. And you know, I got a little office next door, you know.
No, ain't no little office.
I got the office there. Me and B got the office. I mean, it ain't little.
Got an office, man.
But
we all
I look out the
somewhere.
window, I see your shit. I'm like, that nigga from here. That brother is from here.
Yeah, seeing is believing, man.
And I'm just like, man, I can do it. When I feel like going, like stopping.
Yeah. And that's what I wanted it for. Like even the guy that's on the mural, that's my guy Brandon. That's a real person.
Oh, that's a real person?
Yeah, he gonna be here
man.
for the pop-up for the second shoot.
Okay,
That's my guy,
okay.
Brandon, he from Baltimore, Chicago, Atlanta. He a real person. That's a real dude. But I wanted, he a black man too, a young black king. And he got a brand and other brands and stuff like that. And I met him throughout my journey. I done known him for like 10 years.
How do you respond to that being outside on the mirror? On the mural?
No, he loved it. Like him and his mom, like it's like we had like a whole FaceTime situation. Like we shared a moment, but that's what I want. It's bigger than me. Like if it was about me, I could have just put my face big on the side of the building. But I wanted to be an inspiration, not just for black kids, but for all kids growing up. Like you get what I'm saying, for all walks of life, even grown people, you know, my Leaf and Seed family, like people, popular vegan restaurant. People go to their restaurant every day.
Oh, it's a vegan restaurant right there?
Yep. It's like they're like the best in the city.
I'm going to go after
best
Thanksgiving.
in Ohio. You know what I mean?
I'm going back vegan after the holiday.
Word. So when people pull up in that parking lot, all different walks of life and nationalities, they see that. It's like a symbol that could brighten your day. Like, you know, the journey makes the story better. Like, it give you like a symbol of hope. You know what I mean? And it's like, you look at so many historic buildings in Toledo all around the city. It's like the businesses may be gone, but the murals and the signage is still be there, whether it's faded or not. And I kind of want that this building to be like, I feel like it is a landmark. It's something that people never, ever going to forget. Like 10 years from now, 15 years from now, they're going to be reminded by this mural and going to be able to like share that story amongst each other. And then it's going to have nothing to even do with me. It's not, you know what I mean? It's because this whole thing, this whole mission that we on is bigger than me. You know what I'm saying?
And that's dope, man. Because a lot of people don't. What can we call it? We gonna see a lot of people put they self. Well, bosses do. How you said, man, I'm doing this for y'all, for us.
Yeah.
I think that's.
I'm still doing it for me. Don't get me wrong. Like I would be like, I'm still. This is definitely for me. I'm still chasing my dreams, but over the years, throughout the years, and like I said, I'm the oldest of all my siblings. You know what I mean? Like,
and they are some talented brothers too.
Very. My mother and my father, they always drilled on me and like team, being a leader. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like a big thing, and you need help. Nobody can do anything by themselves, and if they can, it's like they're not gonna be the greatest at it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm trying to be like maximize my potential. You get what I mean? Like and bring in and work with different people along the way that's like minded that can help me like make this happen. But in return, I know how to play team ball. I have no problem not being a star if it's all for the betterment of the vision winning. Like, you get what I'm saying? If you're the best person on the team for the job, it's like, then I would rather you be in that place so we could win. Like, keep the main thing. Like, we are the reason why we even started this. Like, keep that at the forefront. You know what I mean? And that's my main thing. I'm trying to. We talk about it all the time, even though it's like an imaginary thing. But we said we trying to win the championship. Like, every year we like, yo, we got to win the championship. Like,
man, I see it. I see it around you, man. Everybody you got around you, man. It's like, and I tell the youth this, and you know, I know they're gonna watch this. I tell this all the time, man. You are who you are around. If you're around 10 broke niggas, you're gonna be the 11th broke nigga.
That's true. But cause it's like, man, you gotta like pour into others as they pouring into you.
Yep.
Like, you get what I'm saying? It has to be like a whole recycle and transfer of like energy, like an upload, download. Like, you get what I'm saying, with people. And, you know, I'm a firm believer in just, as long as you keep the main thing, all of that other stuff, like having the right people around you and all that, you're not gonna have to go out of your way to make that happen. God gonna put the right people, because if you're moving in the right direction, the right people are naturally gonna be around you anyway. You're not gonna be moving towards anything that's like negative and any light that will harm you or your dream or your day to day. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Man, dude, this if y'all listen to this, this I think I'm gonna drop the audio to this first, because I think this man right here got a lot of game. Man. Smart, man. This is our second time having one interview.
Yeah. This a better one though. This more
better.
like,
we was turned the last one.
Yeah, I was like on a little wave.
Yeah, we
was on a wave, and we was at
that one was dope, man.
Yeah, we was at the pop up, and it kind of was just like on the fly.
On the fly, I came from. I remember
It was like people moving around, and I was kind of like, this is more like focus. You know what I'm saying?
Dead, man.
But I appreciate
it showed growth.
I appreciate both of them for sure.
Man, shit, fuck that. Like I told you off camera, man.
But growth on both parts. Like, look at you.
You know
what I'm saying?
Like,
it's growth on both parts. You know what I mean?
Because I remember I used to be like, even when I was telling him, man, our first interview I did, we did Martina, right?
Yep.
And I'm calling him like, this one you got to learn who to be around and who this. I love this nigga, man. I'm calling him, and it's snowstorm, bro. And before that, I never had patience. Before I met this nigga, I never had patience ever.
Right.
Never. I'm calling this nigga in a snowstorm because I'm so used to I never had people like that I was doing my show with, not knocking on nobody that had recorded me or nothing like that, but he was always bullshit, right?
Yeah.
When this nigga came out in a snowstorm, I keep calling him, like, man, come on. He like, hey, man, it's a snowstorm. I'll be there.
Yeah.
10, 15 minutes, I think it was there, and we ain't look back, bro.
That's what it's about, man. Like my guy Tyler, like, and other people that's on my team.
Shout out
like,
to Tyler in the back.
It's like you gotta have people on your team that believe. They believe in the vision.
Yeah.
They might be like upset with you, or even like not even necessarily feeling you.
Mm-hmm.
But or even like circumstances like bad weather or this, that, and the third. Like, it might be obstacles in the way, but they believe in the vision. They believe in what it is you're trying to do, and at the same time, they love what they do. You get what I'm saying? To the point where it's not about you. He didn't do that for you. Mm-hmm. He believed in what you're trying to do, and then he loved what he do. Mm-hmm. So it's like at the end of the day, it really wasn't about Gary. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, he like, yo, I believe in this opportunity. Like, I know him in his head, he's studying the game. I know in my head what this can be. And then on top of that, I love to do this. I got an outlet. I'm in Toledo. Like, this is an outlet. This is an opportunity for me to be able to do my thing. It's like you balling and your man hit you up like, yo, it's a blizzard, but you trying to hoop? Yeah, I'll be over there in a minute. Where gym you at? Damn, I'm coming. I'm pulling up. Like, ain't got nothing to do with you. Yeah. Ain't got nothing to do with he want to come play basketball with you. It's like, yo, like, let's go. Like, you get what I'm saying?
That's real.
That all come extra.
That's real. That's real, man. That's crazy, man. I'm just happy, man. We got to sit down, bro, because I hope it ain't that one day. You know, some days you be like, man, I can't get a hold of this motherfucker. Hit me back.
No, but I'm the type that, like, I tell you, because I'm like a Cancer. I'm a Cancer, July 4th. So I'm a straight shooter. Like, I'm gonna let you know. Like, I'm not, because like I'm always like thinking ahead. So it's like if I curve you, then I gotta deal with like the energy. The energy that comes with that, or I gotta deal with the obstacles of curving you. And I could just say like, bro, I don't got time right now, bro, but I'm gonna tap in with you. And I can tell you in a better way, of course, where it's not gonna be negative. Like, I know how to like.
That's better.
Communication is just better. Like, yo, I know how to be like hit you back with like even if I can do this, yo, bro, I got a lot going on. This ain't a good time right now, but I've been seeing your stuff. I love what you're doing. Boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna tap in with you like soon. Like we gonna match our timing up. Then that's just what's been it. I could have never did it again. I could have, in my mind, I could have been like, fuck that nigga. I'm never doing that. But it's like, that's how you get what I'm saying? If that's what it is, just say it. Just communicate with it. Like, yo, I can't do that right now. You get what I'm saying? Versus being like, bro, I know you see my DM, bro. Like you are busy. People do be busy, but it's like, we've been knowing each other since we was kids. Like, you know me,
it's
bro.
It's a yes or no question. And I'm not one of them people that, I'm not a salty person when you be like,
and it's like, you don't got to do that. Like, you get what I'm saying? But you just don't. You don't have to do that. You could just tell a person like, yo, I don't got time for that. And then that could be it. They don't got to hit you no more.
And I ain't got to bug them.
And I don't got to feel like I'm swerving.
And that let me know, man, I'm on your time. I just like, man, just hit me back when you're ready, bro. I understand.
Yeah, I'm just like.
I support you. Because I feel like when I reach out to people, man, when I reach out to interview, man, I admire your work.
I appreciated it, man. I appreciate it. I was
real,
like, yeah,
bro.
let's do it. Like, and I see the vision. Like, you get what I'm saying? I see the vision of what you doing, of what you are doing. Not trying to do what you are doing.
Appreciate that.
And what it's gonna be. All you got to do is continue to stay consistent and build. Put into your craft. Like how we sitting up here. For example, you said this is our second one. We wasn't sitting like this for the first one.
Hell no, we stood up the whole interview. My damn legs stopped working.
And this is all just growth, like just a flow.
Man, because we was at
stuff like that. We was at Lash Bar.
The Lash Bar.
Yep, Lash Bar.
And we
Shout
in your
out to Mercedes
shit.
and Allen.
Yep. And we in your shit, man.
Yeah, now we here, man.
Outside with a big ass mirror on the wall. It's amazing. But
yeah, and then even this has been a process. Like me and Gotti, like we sacrificed a lot.
I remember
to
y'all
get this building. We put a lot of work into this building. A lot of I don't know. I ain't never cried. I mean, I done dropped a few thug tears. I don't know if he have. So I guess you can say blood, sweat, and tears. We done put a lot.
Yeah, I don't think Gotti. I've never seen Gotti cry.
He cried though. He a teddy bear.
He be looking like he act so tough, man.
No. He a teddy bear.
He is. Oh, man.
He got a hard shell, though. He got a hard shell.
And see, that's what it is.
It's like a defense mechanism because he don't care, but he do.
See,
it sound crazy. It sound like I just threw you for a loop.
No, it sounds like God. I had to think about what you said at first.
It sound like I just threw you for a loop, but that's the best way I could describe him. Like, he cares a lot, and he don't care just as much.
He won't
take that however you want to take it.
He basically got the Derrick Rose when he hit the shot and he was just sitting there, everybody was picking him up. He was just like, yeah, whatever. I had the face, but inside you like, I think that's how I think that's.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's good.
I don't know if that's is that right?
I mean, no, he not like cold. Like he gonna show emotion and stuff like that. Like if like for example, if that was Gotti in that moment, he would have went crazy in that moment. He wouldn't have sat there and looked at the crowd like he would have showed emotion, like excitement. It's just that he be focused on his mission too. So it's like as much as he care, he don't care. He could care so much, but if it's gonna alter what he trying to do, he don't care. Just like that. Like, you know the movie Gone in 60 Seconds?
Yeah.
And they say like in 60 seconds you gotta be ready to
get the car going, yeah.
That's how it is. In the 60 seconds he'll make that choice, like, you know what I'm saying?
Before I forget, before we we get to the end. Midwest Kids, what's going on with the brand?
It's blossoming, man. It's beautiful, man. We about to. That's why Tyler and wifey is here right now, and they are getting up. We about to launch into Foot Locker. You know what I'm saying? That's like amazing feat for us. We're about to launch into Foot Locker. We got some huge announcement coming at the top of the year with some brand partnership we did, and we got some other projects. We got a little holiday capsule we gonna drop. It's a whip. It's a work in progress. Like it's all a blessing. The brand is gonna be 4 years old in November, so yeah, man. It's like it's a blessing. It's like of course nothing's perfect or ideal. I think a lot of different things could be better.
I think it's dope, man.
But I wouldn't trade. I wouldn't trade where we at. I wouldn't trade where we at for none. I appreciate everything that we got going on right now. It's been a good year for us. It's been a good year.
It wigged me out,
It's been real, but it's been good.
I'm in Tampa, and I'm in the airport, and I just see a person I've never seen in the walks of life ever, Midwest Kids on.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, this is crazy. And then we out, another time in Tampa, Midwest Kids sent down lady. But I had a Zaya Cook jersey on. Mm-hmm. She had the Midwest Kids shit on. She stopped like, y'all from Toledo?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. I was like, I could have. She's like, yeah, I knew by your jersey. I said, I knew by your shirt. That's crazy how the universe work, bro. Like, that shit crazy, bro. And do you, I don't know, I'm a sports head, right? Do you ever just be like, oh yeah, Brian got that on again? Or you just be like, nigga, got it on again?
No, I flip out every time.
I know. I had asked that.
I don't take none of it. Like I said, like I'm a fan of this. Like I'm aware of who I am. I'm comfortable in my skin, and I understand what we trying to do. But at the end of the day, I'm still a fan. So I'm appreciative of every moment. I'm trying to be as present as possible for every moment. I'm trying to like soak it all up. And that's LeBron James. That is Michael Jordan of our day. That is the greatest basketball player to ever pick up the ball.
Yes, sir.
In my day, like you know what I'm saying? In my day, and in my opinion, next to like Kobe, rest his soul and stuff like that. For a guy of that caliber, I don't care if it was a sock. I don't care if it was an armband. If he was writing with a Midwest Kids pencil one day,
he put that motherfucker. That's amazing.
That is legendary. So at this point, to have all these different things, you know, all these different looks. If anything, I take it and use it as fuel. Like when some people would get the big head about it, I use it as fuel and motivation. Like, man, we got the best basketball player in the world supporting our brand consistently. That's motivation that we got something. It's our duty to keep putting up shots and getting them back on defense.
It went from him to a lot of people in the Dej Loaf, man.
Yeah. But see, man, like my thing is like I say this like this is real, and this is how we always approach things with the brand is the celebrities, the athletes, and the entertainers and all that wearing the brand is dope. It's very amazing for sure.
Yeah.
But they are only wearing it because the people. It wasn't like they started wearing it first, then the people. The people was wearing it first. They are people just like us. LeBron he's not a normal cat. He is like the greatest. Yeah. Off that court, he's normal. He's normal just like us. He has Instagram just like us. He scrolls and looks around. He pays attention to fashion, the energy, the flow.
He's from Ohio just like us.
You get what I'm saying? But it's called Midwest Kids. And they call it Ohio Kids.
Midwest, yeah.
Like, you get what I'm saying? So it's like
Akron, baby.
He's seeing all these different things. Like, just how, like, all of them
he be tapped in for real.
That's basically what I'm trying to say. These people they're tapped in with the people. The people controls the energy. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like that's what's most important, and that's how I always try to, you know, keep it. Like, yo, let's attack the people. Let's tell Midwest Kids stories, and then everything else is going to come. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because these celebrities, these athletes, they aren't crazy. They're not about to miss the boat. They're not going to look up and see hundreds and thousands of kids wearing this brand and being all cool and feel like they're left out. Like, you get what I'm saying? They're going to come through and just, if anything, shine light more on what of something that's already happening. They're going to validate it even more. You know what I mean? For a kid that's running around with his Midwest Kids T-shirt And he look on his Instagram and he see LeBron James or this guy and that guy or this lady and that lady wearing the same brand, it makes them feel better about something that they have. Like, okay, yeah. And then again, it's not about me. It has nothing to do with Darryl.
I remember that. I remember that slogan.
You know what I'm saying? It's not about me, even though it is. It's like the vision that I built, that we building and put together, but it's like at the end of the day, it's not about me. You know, when you think of Midwest kids, you don't think about me unless you like know me. You know what I'm saying? You're like, oh yeah, that's the homie, that's dope. But you're not thinking about me. There's hundreds of people running around with wearing Midwest kids. They have no idea who. And you worked hard
to get that, though.
Yeah, I did, man. I had to fight for that.
Bust your ass to
Shout
get
out
that.
to my lawyer, Manoj. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to really fight to get the Midwest kids trademark, LLC, all that. I own Midwest kids.
That's dope, man. That is dope. So, before we get up out of here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Not before I even get to the end of the questions. Did the commercial drop? The commercial ain't dropped, did it?
Nope. So the commercial is dropping. I'm doing this. This is what I have to be to play. So I'm doing my pop up for the city in Toledo down here at Field House. I'm doing the pop up for the city. I'm releasing 3 T-shirts designed by my team for Adidas, and the T-shirts are only going to be available in Toledo. Nobody else in the whole world will have the T-shirts that go back to the shoes, and then I'm releasing the shoes on the 12th as well. So, boom, that happens the 12th, which is a Saturday. And then the 15th, which is that Tuesday, and the 15th and the 16th, Adidas drops them live on the Confirm app. They released a commercial all through their socials. You know, we live in Bargo. We going full throttle with the campaign. That's also Complex Con week, so it's like I'm speaking at Complex Con too. Shout out to my guy Anwar Carrots. Yeah.
Where is it gonna be? New York or?
It's in Los Angeles, Long Beach. I'm speaking on like a panel for Complex Con. So that's the week that we aiming for. That's the week that's kind of like set in play right now. The 12th is happening for sure, like 1,000%. Coming with the commercial is going. It's beautiful, man. Got the whole city. I got so many different people and elements of the city. I was all through the neighborhood, man. I had Adidas out here in Toledo, like 11 person crew. I had them out in Toledo for 5 days, every day.
I don't, food truck.
You know what I mean? That's been the beauty about this too. Is like being in Toledo. I've been back home for about a little over a year now, and like the last 2 years of my career, I've been on fire. But I did most of that from being in Toledo. So seeing is believing.
That's
like
nuts.
All these different companies and different brands and organizations, they flying in Toledo, booking out rooms all in Toledo. It's like bringing all that energy to Toledo. Like bringing all these different, like think about it, like all these different companies have like came to Toledo. Toledo's like on their radar. They're bringing film crews, all that to Toledo, nuts. Ohio. You know what I mean? Like I'm not running to LA to shoot stuff or running out to New York. When I'm going, jumping on these flights, I'm going to meetings. But the business and the marketing and everything, that all goes down in the city, in Toledo. Like you get what I'm saying?
That's a blessing.
It's all the blessing for sure, but it's a plan that it's not easy. It's stressful. I'll be stressed out. I'll be overwhelmed. Like I'll be up day and night with this all day, every day. This is not easy at all. But winning is not easy. Winning is not easy at all.
Damn, that's a jewel. Y'all remember that, man. Winning is not easy.
It's not.
I'm probably going to go back and listen to this episode about 4 or 5 times. Because it's a lot of jewels.
I appreciate you having me, man. Like, I want to give you your flowers, bro. I just want to tell you to just keep going, bro. Just stay consistent, bro. Stay on your ding. Keep going. Like we always say, keep putting up shots and getting back on defense, man. Keep the episodes rolling. Keep thinking, you know what I'm saying? Thinking of new ways to innovate. Keep moving, you know what I'm saying? Traveling, like keep scaling it up, man. Because somebody's always watching. You're going to think somebody's not paying attention to what you're doing just for you to be doing your thing and watch you. you know how many times I'll be like out somewhere or somebody send me a message and they be like, man, I'm so proud of you, bro. Like, I remember blah, 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 blah. And you be like, my mind be blown. Like, dang, I ain't even think nobody was really paying attention like that during that time.
Man.
And they grab a particular moment. Like, no, I remember this one day. It's like, wow, like, you know what I mean? So it's like, man, you just gotta stay consistent. So, bro, just stay consistent, man. Like, I can't wait to come back the third time and see what it's like.
Next time we're gonna be in the NY somewhere. We're gonna be somewhere on a yacht.
Yeah, you can do that, man.
We're gonna be on the yacht somewhere.
Do that. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you got the tools, and the resources to do that. You know, you got the resources to pull up different places and be like, all right, we about to grab just Airbnb, or we about to set up shop out here, right here, and boom, have our little set and have this person come through and get this interview. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to know how a lot of people got great ideas, they just don't execute them. That's separate. Mm-hmm. That's the key. That's what separates people. It's who executing and who ain't. It ain't about who best. I'm not the best. I'm not the most creative. I don't got the best ideas. I'm not the flyest. I don't got the best brand. I don't get the most likes. I don't get the most views. I'm not the most popular, but I'm executing at a very high rate, and a lot of people not executing. That's what separates me.
As in the words of Rick James, cold-blooded. That's dope, man. For real, this episode's kind of therapeutic. I need to hear your words, brother. But you got my word. I'm going to stay consistent, bro.
Stay consistent, bro.
I'm going to stay consistent.
That's going to separate you.
And I want to ask you this question before we got to here. We asked at the end of every show. You sitting back, right? I want to see if I kind of take it back to where you was at. Right before your Rocksmith deal, you thinking?
Take it back when I was 16.
Yep.
With a bankroll. Posted on the corner. Like, I quit.
You go back to them days, right? What could the DB then? See, now he coming out of shell. Now, that's the DB I know.
That was funny.
Jeezy. What would that DB tell that DB back then? Now, this one, the person you is now, what would you tell that man right then and there?
That's a good question, man. I would tell him so much, but if I could tell my younger self, myself back then, anything, it would be keep going. You was right, bro. Like you're right. You know, they'd be like, remember when we was younger, they just like, am I hot or am I cold? Am I getting closer? Hot, cold. I'll be telling like, yo, you hot. Like, yeah, it's coming. Everything gonna be all right. You know, my biggest thing is practicing patience. You know what I mean? I've had to really, really, truly be patient. You know what I mean? And even when I thought I was like mastering patience, God showed me like, no, you got to be a little bit more patient. You know, and learn how to, you know, hold it down further while being patient. You know what I'm saying? That, like when we sat down and you was like, man, you so calm. It's like, yeah, it's like, because what else I'm going to do? It's still, whatever's going to be, still going to be. So it's like, me flipping out and throwing a tantrum in the meantime, in between time, is not going to do nothing.
So it's kind of like Mamba mentality.
Yeah. It's like, yo, just go into a zone. Like, we know what we got to do. Sometimes you almost got to be delusional about it. Mm-hmm. You got to trick your brain. Like, yo, we straight. Everything going to be all right. So patience, man. Patience is key.
Man, I appreciate that, bro. Man, like I said, I can't wait till we sit down again. November 12th.
November 12th, man.
Confirm that.
November 12th for the city of Toledo only. City of Toledo, I got pairs. I got a good amount of pairs. First come, first serve. I want everybody in the city pull up. I want y'all to pull up like how we used to pull up to Foot Locker when the Jordans used to come out. So November 12th, I need the whole city to pull up on me and support, man. This is like us. We got a shoe. It say Toledo, Ohio on the shoe. I'm wearing the shoe right now. It says Toledo, Ohio on the shoe, 43604, the zip code. Like these going all over the world. They got our name on them. They got the smokestacks in there showing love and paying homage to the Jeep factory, the Chrysler factory. My dad worked there for like 30 years and retired. They got that's the colorway of the shoe is inspired by his steel work jacket he used to use, the welding jacket and stuff like that. Like this is a real product.
That's
man.
the Midwest.
So this is a real product. This is real us, a hometown kid. You know what I mean? Like so it's like, and nobody from our city has ever did this. I can't, and I'm not wearing it as like a champion. I say all that to show how monumental this is, but I cannot wait to look up and be like, yeah, 4 other people from the city done got shoe deals and had shoes, and other athletes and entertainers done end up getting shoes. I want everybody from the city to excel in their thing. But yeah, pull up on me, man, and support. And then we're gonna come right back a week later, the 18th at Foot Locker in Toledo. We dropping Midwest Kids, brand new collection going into Foot Locker and different Foot Lockers throughout the Midwest. We dropping an official Midwest Kids collection that's only going to be exclusive to Foot Locker, and that's history. You're going to be able to walk in Foot Lockers all throughout the Midwest, all throughout the country, and see Nike, Adidas, all these iconic brands hanging right there, and you're going to be able to see Midwest Kids hanging right there too. So it's like I need Toledo, most importantly, to like really show out, and then we coming back. Gary coming back to interview me at the end of January, 2023. He coming back because when I make this new announcement that we got coming at the top of the year, it's really gonna blow people's mind. It's history. In my heart, I don't like to compare things, but it's like it's just as big or not bigger than my shoe deal.
Oh shit.
So I'm just really excited about this. Like I just want to keep working, man, and let my work do my talking. And we could just talk about the work afterwards. We could discuss the highlights. I ain't gonna pop too much.
I gotta get on my listen, man. Listen. Y'all gonna want to rewind this audio, man. It's a lot of gems in this thing, man. And this brother right here, man, we proud of him. Once again, thank you.
Thank you, man. Shout out to all the young creators from the city of Toledo, Ohio, from all over. It's probably, I'm sure, I'm just going to say it's people that's going to be listening and watching this. They not going to be from Toledo, Ohio. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Shout out to anybody that's out there, chasing their dreams, trying to build their brand and build anything. You know what I'm saying? Just keep going. And most importantly, shout out to the young creators in Toledo, Ohio. I see all the different brands. I see it all. I be on Facebook. I be on Instagram. I see all the youngins. I would like to work with some of y'all. I'm sure
you hear that
we could work together on a bunch of different things. Like reach out, like you know what I mean. Like I'm just down to work. I ain't really with all the extraness and getting into like all the drama and all that, because this is what I really do. I don't do anything else. I just work on my brands every day, all day. I take this so serious. I sacrifice my whole life for this. Like you know what I mean. So that's just kind of like the headspace that I stay in. But if you serious about this, and you doing your thing, like yeah, like reach out, like let's make something happen. But shout out to all the ones that's out there doing their thing. Like I said, I see y'all. I love the energy. I love it. You know what I mean? Like let's keep this thing going. Like let's build. Like think about it, Toledo. We don't have a real creative hub. We don't have a real creative audience, a real arts audience. Like yeah, we got like the Toledo Art Museum, and they're doing amazing things. Like the more structured corporate arts world here, they're doing arts and film and stuff like that, and photography. They are doing amazing things. I don't ever want to slight them and take nothing from them, but I'm talking about like that real culture. Like, you know what I mean? We need a hub for creatives in Toledo, and I'm trying to be a pioneer to spear stuff like that. Like that's why we sit on the podcast, like man running the camera. It's like we are all pillars in that. Like you get what I'm saying? In that as far as like people from Toledo that's like really doing this. This is not a hobby of mine. Like, this is really what I do.
It's business.
Yeah.
Life.
Seriousness.
So, man, once again, man, this one is in the books. Check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, iHeart, Google Play. I said Spotify, right? Especially Spotify. I need my Spotify numbers crazy by the end of the year. And once again, man, November 12th, we here, right here, downtown. Y'all see the mirror in the back. Confirm app. We here. Once again, thank this brother for coming out. Shout out to B Visions, My Truth Podcast, man. We out. Peace.